Let's do something I have not done in a long time. That's right. A little bit of a moto vlog. It's going to be a moto vlog slash video, ride video. I'm going to meet a couple of buddies from the club, and we are going to hightail it out to Templeton, Iowa. Make sure you get the new logo down there. That's right. A little tight back there. Distillery, maybe it's called. I don't know what it's called. I think it's whiskey, so it might be a distillery. Anyway, they give little tours out there, and it's only about 2 hours from where I live, so we're gonna go do it. So I went ahead and went through the trouble of updating my GoPro. It actually did update, and it's working with my telephone properly, the way it was designed to do. And I went ahead and set my mic up. I did all those things. It was kind of a pain in the ass after so long of not doing it. I kind of forgot how to set it up, but I thought, well, today would be a great day to come out here on this little ride with my bros and see if I can't put together some sort of video with audio. There's a nice little Monte Carlo, it looks like. Now, I'm not a moto vlogger. I'm not going to be doing just moto vlogs. I'd rather sit and smoke a cigar on the deck and just talk to you if I'm just going to talk silly nonsense stuff. But I mean, I get it. You throw in little motorcycle sounds, a little bit of wind, a little bit of scenery. Who doesn't love that, I guess? Beautiful day today, by the way. 63 degrees right now, nothing but sunshine. It's supposed to be a high of 81. Right now there's really no wind, so these are the perfect conditions for me as far as riding my motorcycle. All right, I had my breakfast. It was very good with my youngest baby daughter, Reagan, because she asked me to go to breakfast. And when your youngest baby asks you to go to breakfast, you go to breakfast. It's that simple. We are traveling through beautiful downtown Council Bluffs. I don't think I've ever done a video where I've recorded Council Bluffs, but or not too much of it anyway, not down here. But yeah, it's your typical little 1853 Midwestern American town. It's got road construction everywhere you go, and all of the like. We're in the Bluffs, as the name Council Bluffs might indicate. There are some bluffs here. Yeah, we can go down here. And so it's kind of hilly in my area right here of town. This is the east end of town, and it's all the hills. The west end's a little flatter, but this is the 100 block of Council Bluffs, and this is where we ended our poker run the other day. I haven't put that video out yet, but we call it the 100 block. There's several drinking establishments. There's one of my favorites, Barley's, and they blocked the street off for us, and we had us a big old block party at the end of the poker run. It was awesome. And that was it. 100 block. See, it's one block, the 100 block. Oh well. We're gonna head out. This is Canesville / Broadway / Highway 6. Right here, I think it's just actually Canesville, or state designated Highway 6. Right up here over the hill is where we're going to meet up with Jeff and Ken. My buddy Ken, my riding buddy Ken. Listen to that mother. Listen to that mother purr. I'll tell you what, these Reinhardt Racing exhaust pipes on this bike, they are the cat's meow. Meow. I love them. I love them. They make this 96 cubic inch hog monster scream. What else can we say? I can say I'm going to run this damn light because It kind of caught me right in the sweet spot. And I don't have end-like brakes anymore, so there's no just jamming on the brakes and stopping like I used to. You can jam on the brakes, but you ain't stopping. And don't wear your tire out, is what you're going to do. Alright, my boys are probably wondering where I'm at. I told them 9:30, it's 9:35. There they are, waiting patiently, like I knew they would be. Don't say anything you don't want on video, bro.
Well, did you enjoy your breakfast?
I did.
Since you made us get up at 6:30.
I did.
Be down here.
You know, I apologize about that, but when your youngest baby tells you she wants to go to breakfast, you go to breakfast.
Do it on my time.
I did do it on your time. You just established I did it on your time.
My time is not when I'm not here.
Oh, okay. Just get ready.
I could have gone and worked.
It's going to be an epic journey like you've never been on, Jeff.
I got my swole on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another hour's sleep.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
They said, do I need to bring a helmet? No.
And I said, no, we're staying in Iowa. I didn't say I wasn't wearing a helmet. What's wrong with you? Don't put words in my mouth, Jeff. It's just now starting to break itself in to where it's not like totally squeezing my face to
What'd
death.
that cost you?
This was $175.
Nice looking.
I don't yet, but I'm gonna get the mirrored one like I have.
With your other one.
I still have it. I actually prefer that helmet, to be honest with you. This one, here's my complaints with this helmet. Number one, it's tight on my face. That's the only comfort thing. But here's the problem. With my Street Glide, all my gauges were up here. And so I could see them without having to move my head. Now my gauge is here. I have to look down to see it because this blocks it. What's that?
Are we the only ones?
Yeah, we're it.
The Three Musketeers?
Three Musketeers. But yeah, we're just going to ride. You're just going to get some miles on this 2009
Yeah, let's see.
Police Edition
How many miles?
Road King. How many miles you got now?
3,500.
30. Are you serious?
How many?
3,500.
You should be ashamed of
He's a shameful bastard.
I haven't even gone through the first oil change. Well, the first one I did, I just haven't been through the second.
God dang. Alright, let's get out of town. We're going to take Railroad Highway out to L34 because I love it. L34. Next stop, Logan, Iowa. I can't tell you how beautiful it is out here today, folks, man. I hope and pray that all of you that love to ride the two wheels can come out and have a day like today is sometime soon in your future. Because I got to tell you, I've been thinking about doing this all week. And that's finally here. And it could not be any prettier of a day. And we're going to ride all day long, baby. Hell yeah. And this is kind of like me and Kenny's preparation ride for Bring It Home. We'd like to get out and take like a little short day trip before we go on our major trips, just to make sure we work out any little kinks that we might be having with the bikes or any equipment, and to get our ass calluses ready to go. So today, what I'm basically doing is I'm using this backrest, this driver's backrest that came with this Road King. I've never really ridden with a backrest. I did it for Eureka Springs and I hated it because the backrest was not set in the proper position. Only I'm a dummy and I didn't realize you could move the position. Kenny told me, oh yeah, that thing's got 3 positions. You got to find a position that's comfortable for you. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm doing today. So I got to find that happy medium where I can move my butt around and still be able to get the benefits of the backrest. So far so good. setting number 2 for you short guys. And of course this is the Harley-Davidson backrest that has a little spring. You just pinch it together and stick it down in there, and then it's supposed to expand into one of 3 slots. Of course my spring doesn't really spring anymore, so you got to grab it and pull it apart once you get it where you think it's supposed to be. Go down a hole or come up a hole until you figure out which hole you're actually in. It's always a real pain in the ass when you don't know what hole you're in. At least for me, I find that can be some real trouble. I've said it before, I'll say it again. One of my most favorite roads to ride when I'm out just riding north of town. There's scenery all along the route. I guess that's why they call it the Lois Hill Scenic Byway. You got it right, bitches, because there's lots of scenery out here to look at, and I like it. If you like Midwestern, you know, farms and cropland. I mean, there ain't no mountains out here, folks. I don't got mountains or big lakes or the coast. What I got is corn and trees and a couple of really cool looking farms along the way. Highway 30, that's what we're going to take. We're going to go up in here to Logan first, use the restroom. I'm going to fill up with some gasoline. Logan, founded in 1867. 1867. So some of these buildings here, I'm sure, are somewhere in that time frame. Some of them are newer, but I'm sure 1 or 2 of them were here. '87, '91. There's no 91, huh? 87. No, I'm not doing that. I got to go to the next one because all I got's 87 here. The 91 doesn't even have a hose on the pump. There's a Cenex right there. There we go. I'm not putting 87 in this beauty. No, no. Alright, heading out of Logan. Next stop, I think, is Denison. And I'm not sure how far that is, but we'll know it when we get there. There'll be a big sign. I'm sure this is Templeton, Iowa. So here's who I got with me today, guys. I got Ken leading the group now. Or you guys know Ken, the Robin to my Batman. And then we got another guy with us today, Jeff. Jeff is also a Blue Knights member. He just recently retired, so he's found himself with a bunch of free time on his hands. So we asked him if he wanted to come along. He said, yeah, sure, I'll come along. And so he's on the ride with us today. He's riding a 2009 Road King Police Edition. So it's got the little thin blue lines on it, which is pretty cool. It has 3,500 miles on it. It's a 2009, so Jeff doesn't ride him that much. But that's okay. We can't all be hardcore bikers. Some of us have to be ride when we can bikers. Highway 30, eastbound. Two Road Kings and a Road Glide, baby. the more and more I ride this Road King, the more and more I actually love it. This bike is so easy to ride. It's so comfortable. It sounds good. It looks good. Obviously, there's some things I want to do to make it my own style, but just right out of the box, a Road King is just the absolute epitome of a Harley-Davidson touring motorcycle. And it really does capture what Harley-Davidson is to me, as far as just an iconic motorcycle. And I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I miss my Street Glide, I do. But this Road King, I'm really falling in love with. But I did ride this same bike to Eureka Springs when I didn't own it. And now that I do own it, I'm going to take it to Paris, Texas. And I got to be honest with you, I am absolutely looking forward, not just to the motorcycle trip itself, but to riding this Road King on that trip. It is just so doggone comfortable, man. I mean, I can't tell you how comfortable this bike is. And now that I've worked out the whole kink with this backrest, now I understand why everybody's riding with a damn driver's backrest all the time. I mean, you just took a lazy boy and made it an ultra lazy boy with like heat and massage in it. I love it. I mean, this thing, look at this. I can rock this sucker back and forth, one hand. I don't need two hands on this son of a bitch motorcycle. Hell, I don't need one hand on this motorcycle. This son of a bitch will ride itself. I just gotta hold on. I don't even gotta hold on. I just gotta sit on it. Check that son of a bitch out. Got a whole mural up there on that that grain bin. I think that's a grain bin. Only lived in Iowa for like 27 years. You'd think I'd know all this farming stuff, but I don't. I'm not a farmer. I mean, I know those are grain bins. Oh shit, I'm gonna get left here. Dicking around, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Ken, he's not about just dicking around behind these trucks, I can tell you that. No, he likes to be out in the front. As we all do. We got railroad tracks running right here next to the highway, and I gotta tell you, if you don't like railroad tracks and trains, don't come to Iowa. This place is thick with them. Council Bluffs actually was the beginning of the westward expansion for the railroad back in 18, whenever the hell. Literally was the starting point where they built over the Missouri River and into the west. And so we have a big monument there called the Golden Spike, and that's exactly what it is. It's an enormous golden spike to represent the significance of Council Bluffs in that railroad heritage. And I guess that's cool if you like waiting for trains every 15 seconds. Well, I think we're just going to be passing people all day long here. Gotta go, Jeff. I'm behind you, bro. Not giving me much space, bro. Well, you guys almost got to see it here on the Roll Tide 530. Got to see the end. I think Jeff, well, first of all, Ken, he's on a damn 114 Milwaukee 8. And it's got torque and it takes off and it's, you know, that son of a bitch is ready to pass no matter what. Me and Jeff, we gotta go down to like a 4th gear to get around these damn trucks. I think Ken maybe he forgets that we ain't quite as powerful as he is. That ought to make great video though. Felt like we were in the damn Blue Angels riding in formation, wingtip to wingtip. Only we did it with no practice, so it was just dangerous and sticky, a sticky spot. Harley-Davidson of Carroll, Iowa. And there's Jeff checking his phone, make sure his girlfriend ain't called him. Yeah, so I didn't know there was a Harley-Davidson dealership in Carroll, but Ken did know that, and he said, hey, why don't we stop? So here we are. Let's do it. Well, we just had us some lunch at the Bloomers in Carroll, Iowa. Just a little bar and grill. It was pretty good food, though. Typical bar fare, but it was pretty good. So the GoPro has taken a shit on me again. So it will not connect to the phone. I used it all morning, connected to the phone. It did exactly what it was supposed to be doing, no problems. Delightful. I was so excited. And now all of a sudden, it literally will not connect to the phone again, therefore making it almost impossible for me to be able to know what the camera's doing or if it's even recording. So now I'm just reaching up here, pushing a button and hoping that I held it down long enough for it to do whatever it's supposed to do. They put a touch screen on it, and now you got to do most of your menu with a touch screen. Well, let me tell you what you can't do when you're riding a motorcycle and the touch screen's behind your head. But anyway, this is Carroll, Iowa. We went to the Harley shop, and then we went to the bar restaurant and got something to eat. Now we're headed out of town to the Templeton Rye Distillery. Yeehaw! We are not going to the state park, which we should. We should just go find a little lake, hang out, smoke a cigar. Somebody's getting a new house. Amidst the cornfields and windmills. Wind turbines. Not windmills, they're wind turbines. Sign says we are 3 miles from Templeton. Destination dead ahead. It's just nothing else like getting out in the wind, man. Spending the day out in the wind. That was beautiful. Wind turbines off there in the distance. Tell you what, if I could do this about 2-3 times a month, just get out on a day off. Start in the morning when it's nice and cool, get up, find me a little destination ride, and go do this. I would not need any other kind of therapy. There's Kitty Hawk. All you need to do is just get out and ride your motorcycle. Actually get out and ride it though. Ride it all day long one day. Make your ass hurt. I love it. This must be what it feels like when women go shopping for the day. Just getting out on your motorcycle and being gone all day, just tooling around. No real plan. I mean, just kind of a loose plan. We're going to go shopping. All right, we're going to go ride. It's the same thing. I don't know where we're going to ride to. Doesn't matter. As long as these wheels are turning. And if I remember correctly, the distillery is right up here on our left. Kenny and I made this ride when I bought my Softail. It was the first place I actually rode my Softail on, or two. And we got here and we missed the tour. Actually, we missed the business being open by about a half an hour. And ever since that day, we've said, you know, one of these days when we got nothing to do, we're going to go back out to Templeton and check this place out. Because we never even got to go indoors. Well, that day is today. So there is the distillery building. Here is the storefront. I do remember this was awful gravelly and shitty last time I was here. And it's still gravelly, but not too horrible. Look at that. Iowa flag and Old Glory up on the old barrels. Oh yeah, gravel does get kind of deep over here. Some big old rocks too. We made it. I think they're open this time, Ken.
They're open.
I'm Batman, and I'm Scott's lover.
Well, there's Robin right there, so Mr.
We're
Avengers.
gonna tag Scott.
Oh, and get these beautiful steeds. Now, how did I get bird shit on the back of my bag? He must have been sitting on my bag, shitting on my bag. Dumbass birds. I hate nature. Ken's telling his story.
They're closed on Mondays.
Yeah, whatever day we came out here, they were closed up tighter in Fort Knox.
So we got some pictures with the barrels, and that was it.
We did. All right, well, let's go in here and check it out.
Today's gonna be different.
Nice. Check it out.
I've not made any plans or reservations or nothing, but we are here, and we will do whatever you guys have to offer.
Well, you just missed the tour at 1:30.
Oh, you said there wasn't a tour till 3. He misinformed me already.
See, we have a 9:30, 11:30, 1:30, and 3. So there is
Oh,
one
3.
at 3. So
Okay.
you can still get it up.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to walk around through here though, and I can give you a tasting if you'd like that, so you get the best part anyway.
The best part of the tour.
Totally down for that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we probably won't be able to.
Museum and anything you like.
Right, Jeff? We probably can't make 3, right, Jeff? Jeff's got to go home and be retired. Only one without a job, but he's the only one that's got to go home.
I gotta get back to work. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a job. I'm unemployed.
There's a difference between unemployed and retired, Jeff. Oh. Yeah. That ain't bad either, dude.
Pour it right in there. Nice little.
Yeah. I like that flask. How much is that flask?
It's pretty.
Is that an 8-ounce flask?
26. No.
It should say right on the bottom. Does it say how many ounces?
6.
6, that's it? Huh, I thought it was bigger than the one I have. I have a 6. Oh, I just noticed that thing's changing colors, Jeff.
That's pretty cool.
Man, this is beautiful in here. I'm glad we got to see it this time, kid.
You got ball caps?
I love messing with Jeff. I love it. This is why we don't actually take Jeff anywhere. He cannot be trusted to behave. Ooh, you know what would look great on my bus? One of these bad boys right up on the wall. Or the clock.
Clock would be good.
I love this, Jeff, up here. You check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. And what was behind the door? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jeff. Look at how awesome that is.
Fountain of Youth.
That was the 1934 Templeton first pumper truck, and it still works if we put the battery back in it. They refurbished it all, took it on parades, many of these last years. This is our Templeton Special Reserve. It's only made here. So it's been aged for 6 years, and we call it the Special Reserve because it will never be made under the same conditions as what we make it now. So once this is gone, it's gone. And you can buy this here, only here, not in any of the stores, for $54.99 a bottle. Limit 2 per customer. And if you sip it, You taste a little bit of oak when you start out, cereal, apricot maybe, and you get a little dark chocolate as you take a bigger drink, and then finish off with some, maybe some butterscotch, dark chocolate. It's a smooth whiskey. So this is 91.5 proof in the store, but this is a special reserve. When it's gone, it's gone. We've got about 2 years worth left. Okay, it's a good sipper, they say, and they mix it for mixers, you know. We made the Iowa or Templeton Mule with it instead of the Moscow Mule. Templeton Mule. Switch out the vodka for this. That's good. So.
Well, that kind of warms your innards.
Yeah, it does. Boy,
Oh,
if you chug it all, it just, I think it sits just right there.
All the way down.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
Very good. Very good. Whew. I can't get over this fire truck too. No. Got the little plaque here. Despite Jeff screwing my video up all day long, Ken, I might actually be able to get some usable footage out of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been goofing around, just
Yeah.
killing time, thinking
Well,
maybe we'd meet that 3 o'clock one, but yeah.
Well, you're not that far away. If it really interests you, you can come back. We're open every day but Sundays, so.
How long is the?
Ooh. Ooh. Now we're inside one of those grain bins. Wow. This place just keeps getting bigger and bigger every time we walk through a door. Established 1882. Little German helmet in there. Huh. Home of the good stuff, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And we know it is because we just tasted it. Damn, this place is humongous, man. I mean, way bigger than I thought it was when I hear Jeff over there. Oh, wait, that's the pig display. Huh. There's a bootlegging still. This is the actual one. Bacon in the rye. Bacon in the rye. Sounds like a song, Jeff. Would you stop? Jeff, you're just like my kids. It's a scoreboard, Jeff. Stop it already.
You say you can do it.
There's a bootlegging barrel, an actual one, on loan from, what does it say, the Rodney family? I can't see jack shit, I'm blind.
You can listen to audio files.
They got the whole utility pole here. I wasn't paying any attention to that.
I remember back in the day when you used to use those. for
Yeah,
wiring.
I bet you do.
I do.
Bet you do, Jeff. Do you remember back before they even had telephones?
I do.
Oh, poor Jeff. Why are we always beating up on Jeff? Yeah, I guess I didn't realize this has been around for, since 18, whatever that thing's over there, 86. Pretty cool.